What's up, y'all? Welcome to another edition of my MVP video series. What started out with the midweek verbal pre-workout has turned more into mental verbal pre-workout, because essentially that's what it is. And I just want to put videos out when I can. I really should start doing more than one a week, because what it is practicing my public speaking in a way. Now I'll get some real practice in about a month. I got the green light to work at a local community center with kids, middle school and high school kids, a community center that caters to low-income families. I figured, these are kids that can use a change of direction in their lives. Today I want to talk about fear and failure, all right? And I got a quote from the movie Rocky. Not any of the numbers behind it. It was just Rocky Balboa, I think. It was like the 6th movie in the series. But this quote is one of the realest and most honest quotes I've ever heard in any movie. And I got a little more Hollywood to come at you with some quotes from a Will Smith motivational video that just really hit hard. But let me just point out that most people don't reach their goals. Most people don't get to live their dreams. And it's not because of failure. It's because of quitting. The people that succeed in life, they don't stop at their first failure. They don't stop at their 10th failure. They don't stop at failure number 100 or 1,000 or even 1,000,000. They just keep going. They have the mindset that they will do whatever it takes to reach their goal. They say Thomas Edison failed 1,000 times, 1,000 failed inventions before he created a light bulb. Reggie Jackson, y'all, Mr. October. He's known for smashing all these home runs. Mr. October, known for winning what he did in the World Series, in World Series games. He's also leads the MLB, Major League Baseball, in most strikeouts. They don't talk about that when they talk about Reggie Jackson. They don't talk about his failures. They only talk about his success. Now, the thing about failure is that the ones that succeed, right? The ones that make their dreams a reality, they learn lessons from their failures. They work harder, and they keep going until they realize their dream. And that's the difference, all right? Will Smith says that massive part of success is failure. He says that you need to get comfortable with failure. You need to actually seek failure. Anybody that goes to the gym, right? Especially if you're building muscle, you actually are seeking failure. They call it failure when you're doing curls and you just can't do anymore. And you physically can't do anymore. The pain, you're just tired, you're gassed. You've reached failure. That's when those muscles will grow. Every rep before that is just practice, all right? It's just practice. The real change comes from the work that's done when you hit failure. And it's failure, Will Smith says, is where all the lessons are. Successful people fail a lot, a whole lot. He says they fail more than they succeed, but they extract lessons from the failure, all right? And he says you gotta take a shot. You gotta live on the edge of your capabilities, and you gotta live where you're almost certain to fail. Will Smith says the reason for practice is that it's controlled failure. And I love that quote, because that's exactly what practice is. It made me think about high school football practice, any sports practice, any practicing for anything, martial arts, fighting, being an actor, playing a guitar, learning to play an instrument. Anybody that's a professional at any level, or at any field, I should say, any professional, they didn't become a professional the day they became a professional, y'all. They put in years and years and years of work before they made it You know what I mean? Made it big. You think about anybody that's a professional athlete. A lot of them started in middle school or before middle school. All those years, man, that all adds up. And that's all controlled failure. All those hours and hours and countless hours of practice. And what happens is that you go from you can't do it, you can't lift it, you're unable to get playing that instrument until eventually your body makes the adjustment. And failure helps us realize the areas that we need to improve and evolve. Will Smith says, you fail early, fail often, but above all, fail big. And another quote that I got from that Will Smith video is he says that God has placed the best things in life on the other side of terror, which is why you need to live at the edge of your capabilities, why you need to get comfortable with failing. You can't be afraid of it. Eric Thomas says that most of y'all, when things get hard, you quit and you run. And you're running from your success, literally. Now, what drove me to get into essentially the self-help industry? I've always liked helping people. When I would post about how I was losing weight, doing insanity and stuff, I would get a lot of feedback from people that tell me I inspired them. And the feeling that gave me, I don't know, it was just so great. It was better than anything in the world, knowing that I was helping people help themselves. And Eric Thomas said in a video I watched over the summer, he said, some of you need to stop watching the videos, stop listening to speakers. You need to become a motivational speaker yourself. You need to take action. And then I saw it again over Thanksgiving break. And I wasn't in the best state of mind this past fall semester. I was going through some trials and tribulations. And when I saw that video a second time, when I heard him say it again, I knew I was one of the people he was talking to. And that's why I decided to start posting videos. Why I came up with a concept to work with the kids at the Booker T. Washington Community Center. Because I knew I needed to start taking action. No video, no speaker was going, no amount of motivation, right, was going to help me. But action, like Eric Thomas says, innovations, ideas, dreams, they get rewarded. But execution is worshipped. Taking action, taking control of your life and your minds, that's worshipped. Now let me finish this video. Let me end this with this quote from the movie Rocky. In the scene, Rocky has a son who's telling him, you're the reason why, people don't want to give me, or they have expectations of me. His son was putting all his blame failures on his father. And this is how Rocky responded. He said, let me tell you something you already know. The world is a very mean and very nasty place. And I don't care how tough you are. It will beat you to your knees and it will keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody hits as hard as life. But it's not about how hard that you can hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. He said, that's how winning is done. And when I heard that quote in that Rocky movie, that just, I felt that because, that was a movie script. Yeah, Rocky's a fictional character, but very rarely have I heard a quote from a movie that just was very true to life inspiring and true to life just meaningful and impactful. And I've seen people post it. That's a quote that, it's been in a lot of motivational videos. And the reason why there's memes about it, And the reason why it's put in motivational videos is because of the accuracy of it, y'all. The accuracy of that is it's indisputable. Life will beat you down to your knees. And it will keep you there if you let it. I know. There's been times in my life where I hit a rock bottom. But I just kept going. I saw, teaching college was something that I wanted to do since I was a freshman in college. And it took me 2 decades to get the necessary required degree to do that. It's 2020. I started teaching college in September 2018. I saw a Facebook post a message that I sent to someone in 2011. And I know that dream, that goal of mine didn't appear in 2011. That came from 1997 when I saw when I had my first class with Dr. Jeff Delbel. The impact that Dr. Jeff Delbel had on me mentally, it's never gone. It never wavered. I just knew from that day that I wanted his job. I wanted to teach college. I didn't know what at the time. I thought communications, because that's what I was doing in college. Maybe history or English, because I love both of those subjects. And ultimately, I chose English. And I also feel that path has led me where I am today, and it will lead me where I'm going. So I want to leave you with this, then. Do not fear failure, and do not let failure stop you. Learn from your lessons. Learn from your failures. Practice is controlled failure, and those that succeed did not let failure stop them. It don't matter if it took them 1,000, 1,000,000 times. They kept going. And like Rocky said, that's how winning is done. So peace out, and I'll see you again on the MVP series.